Sometimes when a movie was planned for streaming release, it stays as a streaming release. But sometimes, if a movie gets positive test screenings or if the studio desperately wants money, then they'll probably give it a chance to be in theaters. And that's what we're doing today. Today we'll be looking at 8 examples of movies that were planned to go to a theatrical release, but were given a chance to be in theaters. So let's take a look at one by one. And if you enjoy this content and like to see more, please make sure to subscribe because I want to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and it would be nice if you help me each way. For the first one, we'll be looking at a more recent release, Disney's Young Woman and the Sea, which was releasing on May 31st, 2024. Originally, this film was planned for a Disney Plus release. However, because of good test screenings, the 2024 Summer Olympics, and because the Boys in the Boat made money for MGM, Disney decided, we need something, so here you go, have fun. And they announced it in January or February of 2024. And as of this moment, I have no idea when this is gonna release near me. So, yeah, maybe I'll edit this video or something, I don't know. Second is the recent 2024 musical adaptation of Mean Girls. Originally, this was planned for a Paramount Plus release, of course, but because, they need money, they also decided to give it a theater release. And quick side note, the marketing for this movie was very weird. I mean, the first trailer showed up in front of movies like Taylor Swift The Eras Tour and Five Nights at Freddy's, and the normal trailer comes out in November with no music. Interesting way to market a movie, Paramount. Congratulations. Thirdly was the 2023 adaptation of The Boogeyman. After a positive test screening in December 2022, Disney and 20th Century Studios decided, and on second thought, we're not going to release this on Hulu. We're going to give this in theaters. And then it tested so well that when Stephen King was, said, it would be like, oh, okay. And then he also said a few nice things like, they'd be effing stupid to release this on streaming and not in cinemas. That is a real quote from Stephen King, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Fourthly, there's Blue Beetle, and I already talked about this back in December of 2023, so here's a quick recap. Back during the beginning of the 2020 decade, Warner Brothers needed some new films for HBO Max because they need their streaming service to at least have some stuff, and some stuff included some DC movies. However, when a certain merger happened and James Gunn became the new head of DC, he was like, hey, why don't we give Blue Beetle a chance to be in theaters? And, he'll be our first superhero in my new DCEU, alongside my Superman movie in 2025. So yeah, that's basically the recap is. If you want more info, watch the video, I guess. I don't know. Fifthly, there is Smile, a recently new horror movie that actually turned out pretty well, and it was originally supposed to release on Paramount Plus at sometime in 2021 or 2022. However, since it had good test screenings and Paramount in 2022 was already looking pretty good, they decided to give Smile a theatrical release, and it did so well that it's getting a sequel this October. Hashtag when's the trailer, Paramount? When is it? Sixthly, and this might be a shocker, Monkey Man was originally supposed to premiere on Netflix. But when Dev Patel, the director, star, and whatever, showed it to Jordan Peele himself, he was like, oh my god, this has to be in theaters. Hold on, let me call up my close friend Universal Pictures here and see if we can give you a theatrical release. And yeah, that's the story of Monkey Man. Seventhly is Evil Dead Rise, which was originally planned for a HBO Max release around 2022 and 2023. But somehow it got positive test screenings. Who would have seen that? And then it was given a theatrical release in April of 2023, I think. And although it had some competition, it made money and was even, mentioned in the CinemaCon panel at Warner Brothers. I don't know which year it is, but I don't know what I'm doing. Eighthly, House Party was originally supposed to release on HBO Max on July 28th, 2022. However, 17 days before its release, Warner Brothers decided we're not gonna release it at all. And it didn't get a known release date until August, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna give this a theatrical release for December, and then in October, around the same time as Black Adam, it was delayed to January 13th, 2023. And then it only made, a cool $9 million and got negative reviews and had to leave theaters early. So, great planning, Warner Brothers. Great planning. And that's all for now. I could make a part 2 about talking more movies, since I might have missed some while researching this video. Or I could switch it with 4 movies that were planned for theaters but were eventually dumped onto streaming. Who knows? So, I don't know. Thanks for watching, I guess. I'm gonna go back to make more stuff now. Yay.